I welcome you guys to my new tutorial video. In this particular video, I am going to be showing you some new development in web development or in programming in general. There is this discovery that I just made. So it is all about the use of AI. If you have been following my tutorial videos, you will understand that lately I've been much more interested in AIs and what impact they will have in your productivity as a web developer or as a software engineer. And it came to my notice about this particular AI extension, which we call Cursor. So Cursor helps you to build to develop your applications as quickly as possible. It utilizes cloud AI, and ChatGPT AI. So there are so many bunch of AIs that are integrated into it, and one of the best part of it is that Cursor has an extension for the Visual Studio Code. So how do we start using it? So to start using it, you can actually sign in from here, or you can download. So you can download it from here. So just go to cursor.com. So on the cursor.com, you are going to see download. So you click download and it's going to start downloading Cursor for you. So you just download it and install it. I am not going to venture into the process of installation. It is normal process of installation. So once you install it, you make sure you identify with Visual Studio Code. So once it opens with your Visual Studio Code editor. Okay, so once you have installed that Cursor, so the next thing you need to do is to come back to this place and you will see the Cursor that you have just installed. So I am going to open it. So now Cursor is opened. I will need to look for the folder that I will be using for this project. So I will go to my file and look for open folder. You can see that this is exactly the same thing as Visual Studio Code, and that's because it is working on Visual Studio Code. It is embedded on Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to just pick this folder and do select folder. And you can see I am now in that folder. So I'm going to just create a simple file like index.html, and I am going to create styles.css, I am also going to create scripts.js. So these are the things that I would want to do. So for the HTML, what I will do now is just to come here, and what I will do is I'll do Control L. So once I do Control L, is this chart pop-up will come out. So I am going to just paste this prompt on it, create a responsive header with a nav differently styled for desktop and mobile viewpoints using HTML, Java, CSS, and JavaScript only. So you can see I'll just copy this prompt. Then from here you can pick the AI you want to work with. As you can see here, you will see Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and you can see ChatGPT 4.0, and then Claude 3.5 Sonnet 2024 version, and then GPT 4.0 mini, 0.01 mini, O1 preview, cursor small, and these are some of the AIs that are available for you to use in this. Okay, so let's start with cursor with Claude 3.5 Sonnet, or rather, let's start with this one, and I can paste this prompt and hit enter. Let's wait for it to generate our code for us. So you can see this particular one did not write our CSS separately. It wrote everything on the same page, which is the HTML file. So, but if I do apply here, and I will say accept, before you can accept this, I think one thing I would also want you to do is, before you accept all this, you can actually view this page before that. So let me view it by right clicking on this and open with live server. Now that I am on live server, you can see how this website looks like, and you can see that it is responsive. So I think this gives us what we actually want. So what we do is we can Control Shift Y to accept, or you can just come here and click accept, or you can just click on this place to accept the code. And that is what you can do. So you can now see I have this header section with these menu items, and then if I go to the mobile view, you will see it is just like this, and this is very perfect for a beginner, or if you find it very convenient, you can actually use this to make your work faster and better. Now we can also do so many things on this. So if I want to, maybe I want to modify all these things, I can just take all these things to their separate files. So you can tell it to do that, or you can do it your own. So I would want to do it on my own. So what I would do is I am just going to cut this one off and come to my JS and do what? Paste it there. And on the CSS section, or before then, let's change this and change it to scripts source, and it's going to be script.js. And then for the CSS, I am going to go to my to the top, and I'll just click on this to minimize it and do what? Cut it off. Come back here to the stars.css and paste it. Then I am going to remove this, and also I will remove this. Then I am going to come to my HTML, and I am going to link the CSS, and the CSS is styles.css. And you can see it also gives suggestions. So once it gives you any suggestion and you want it, you can just click on the tab to accept the suggestion. Take for instance, I have something like this, and I want to type styles.css, and it gives me, or rather, let me just go to the CSS. Maybe I want to add something more to the CSS, and maybe on the menu item on hover, and I want to add something to this, maybe a background color or something. You can see that this appears in gray color. So if I actually want to accept this style, I can just click on the tab button on my keyboard, and all these things is going to be applied to the CSS. So this is a very nice um, uh, development. So you can use this and make your work better. If you still want to do more, you can also maybe want to create the hero section. Let me give it a comment and say hero section. And if I come down here, you will see that it's going to generate the code, start to generate or give me some recommendation for the code. But if I don't want it like this, I can just click on Ctrl L to pop up the chart again and tell it what to do. So I can come here and say, okay, create a beautiful and responsive hero section. Okay, so let's wait for it to do it. So we can see that everything, and you can see that it has recognized that we did some changes to our code. If you see here, you see it has linked the script.js file below, and if you look at the CSS, you can see it is writing it into the styles.css, which is the file that we stored our CSS, and everything is going to work perfectly. So let's see what it did for us. So I can just simply come back here, or okay, so I can say apply, and before I accept, I will also go to the CSS and do apply as well. Is there any JS file that it has? So there is no JS file. So what I will do is, since I have applied all these things, I will go to my this thing, and you can see how it looks on mobile and how it looks on desktop. So I think this is very good. So I am going to click to accept it, and I will also go to the HTML to do accept it, and that's it. So if you come to this, the code is still intact, everything is still working perfectly and very, very responsive. So this is just to make your work easy and faster. Like I used to tell people, AI does not pose a threat to you as a software engineer or as a developer. But what poses a threat to you as a developer is the inability to grow with the recent trends in the environment. So since we know that AI can do virtually anything, AI also need the assistance of human being to be able to do those things perfectly. So it is left for you to grow up in your skill so that, so that you will not be left behind. So it's very important as a developer or as a software engineer or whatever field that you may find yourself to always develop with the trend in the stack that you exist, so that you will not be left behind. So I think that this video will serve as an eye-opener to all of you out there to basically accept these technologies that are coming in, and try to see how you can utilize them to better how you do your job. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. You know that I do this for fun, and I do it to help a lot of people out there. The only way you can support me is by subscribing to my channel. I'll see you in our next video. Take care.